Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the AllfaxN.Oslack Saints podcast. And if you ain't watched the game, we lost. What it is, week 10, we 3-7. Nothing like we envisioned before the season started, obviously. Injuries and a lot of stuff to take place, but fuck the injuries. It ain't about the fucking injuries. When the team was healthy, it looked shaky. It looked bad. Video won't be too long because there's nothing to talk about with the game. The game is, if you could go back and watch several other videos on how we lost the same way. We had a stint where penalties was fucking us. Then we cleaned it up a little bit when Andy Dalton first started. Now we back to it. Now, we going back to the penalties. I saw some before the half. We had, what it was like, the second quarter, in the middle of the second quarter or something like that. We had 32 yards of offense, but 40 yards of penalties. I mean, what the fuck we doing here, guys? I mean, there's nothing to really big fuss about now because, we know the answers. We know the answers. You just got to fire Dennis Allen and the coaching staff. All of them got to go. The saving, the continuity thing worked before the season. The idea of it worked. The idea of it working, I get it. It's not working. And we thought trying to save the Sean Payton regime around without Sean Payton would work. Actually, it made it worse. If Sean Payton's not going to be here next year and we really do trade him or whatever and he still doesn't coach for us, whatever it may be, if Sean Payton is not back with the New Orleans Saints and whatnot, just get rid of the regime. The regime don't need to stay if he not. Because obviously the regime only works when he's in play. The offense looked like shit today, man. Andy Dalton threw 2 picks. The only time it looked alive was like right before the half. 2-minute drill. Funny. 2-minute drill. It looked like the only time the offense worked, even with Jameis, was when it was hurry up. Sorry, y'all. Team's bad. I say that every week, but team's bad. Talking on this is, I'm not even going to be mad about the expectations are already shattered. I don't care how much the division loses. I don't want to see this team anywhere near the playoffs, and I'm going to get my wish because they're not going anywhere. As bad as the division are, we are part of that. I remember we had years like this. There was many years when the NFC South was garbage, horrible, shit paste, dumpster juice, trash, basura, no good, no bueno. And the Saints, we would always be light years ahead. This is the first time I've ever remembered as a Saints fan after the Sean Payton era that we were literally hoping to be alive because of the division was so bad. Even when the division was bad, we was always, when everybody was like 3-3, 2-5, and all that. And we've had times where the whole division was garbage. We were still looking like 7-1, 8-2. We didn't have to worry about that. We've sunk so low that we was giving ourselves glimmers of hope. Of, man, the division's so bad we could still get in. That's how low we've sunk. This is where we at. We've hit rock bottom. This is what hell looks like. These games and these next few weeks is pretty much going to be rooting for players and seeing who does good. Because it's not going to be about playoff implications or whatever. I'm not going to feel good. I don't care what wins we have. My only hope and joy will know when the Sean Payton regime is done. The Sean Payton regime of the guys who are left from the regime. When they're gone and Dennis Allen is fired, and I know we're looking towards something new. Until then, It won't matter what the games is. I'm not even talking about the game. Y'all saw it was garbage. It was literal garbage. Caden Ellis played good. Defensive line, again, trash. Cam and all. You're going to do another fucking 24-hour rule tweet and all that bullshit. Fuck that shit. Garbage. Recent news, Jameis Winston just did an interview with Mike Triplett from New Orleans Football Network. And, he kind of exposed the coaching staff. They lying, man. These niggas don't know what the fuck they doing. They told him, you won't lose your job from injury. He got hurt week 1 when he was like pain everywhere. Well, he actually got hurt week 1. He shouldn't have played week 2 or week 3. But we played him. He wanted to play week 2. He said it was my fault. I shouldn't have played week 2. It was real emotion. I wanted to beat that team. I get it. It's up to the coaching staff to take him out. It's up to the coaching staff to say, let's play Andy. We played this dude 2 more weeks than he should have been played, which probably made his injury worse. This team is mishandling injuries and is lying. And they're trying to cover their ass. Michael Thomas hurt his fucking toe, I think maybe week 1 or 2. And the way the medical staff is working, they probably played him a few more games than he shouldn't have and fucked it up even more. The way I just knew it was bullshit is like, like a little kid. You know when little kids, we used to lie just to lie for no fucking reason? Just to lie. That's what Dennis Allen is. He's lying for no reason. Just for no fucking reason. It sounded fishy when the motherfucker said, Jameis Winston isn't 100%, but he's good enough to play. But we're benching him for performance reasons. First of all you had to say was, he's not healthy. That's all you could have kept it like that. But adding all that extra shit didn't seem right. He's not 100%, but he could play, but we benched him because of health reasons. You saying all that because you played him when you shouldn't have played him. And now you trying to cover up for all that shit by adding that in. Nah, dog. You played him back then when he shouldn't have played. The injury still ain't healing up, and it's on you. But now you want to make it seem like he healthy and good to go, but you don't want to put him out there. Nah, dog, he's still hurt, and you lied. So you trying to save face by still having him on the side. Ain't nobody with a working brain can see if that dude is healthy enough to play, he shouldn't be playing. Because you lied. He ain't healthy enough to play. And if I'm Jameis Winston, I'm taking a fucking hammer and hitting my foot. Nope, I'm not going in. Why put him in? They're already losing. So it's going to be blaming them. Well, look how they looking. Look how it don't even matter. Listen, I was a Jameis guy. Still hope he do good. It ain't going to help shit. It ain't helping nothing. Nada. They mishandled his injury. And then look, Michael Thomas this morning. He throwing shots. Shots. Like that new Modern Warfare 2. I got that bitch. It's fire. M4. He throwing shots. Buffalo Bills did a tweet. Things like Bleacher Report did it. Buffalo Bills say that Josh Allen will play, and the team has done intense looks at Josh Allen and his shoulder to make sure he's healthy. Michael Thomas, quote, retweets. Now, that's how you do it. He's sending shots. I thank Jameis Winston for what he done because he blew the whistle. I'm a union electrician, so I can equate what he did was to call in the hall. Calling the hall is basically what you're doing is like when some shit not going right on the job, you call the reps at the hall to come check it out. But the risk of calling the hall is now that they might know. The people on the job might know that you did it, and they're gonna either make it really hard for you to breathe, or they're gonna find ways to put you on a task or do something to get rid of you after that. Jameis Winston called the hall. By going to that reporter, think about it. Out of all the bad shit he done in Tampa, what that happened with him in Tampa and everything got mishandled, right? After all that dumb shit, he ain't never do that with go to no Tampa reporters. That's how bad in the dumps we are. Motherfucker that went to a reporter. We never had a player do that. I'm glad he did it. Because if not for him, I don't want what's going on with him and the players now to when we do get a younger QB or somebody with promise and, we got Chris Olave here now and all this shit. We don't need this shit happening with no more players. So even if it doesn't benefit him, what he did was help bring light to the medical staff and the organization for whatever the fuck's going on, so this shit can't happen in the future. So even if he don't wear black and gold no more after this year, I thank you, James. I thank you for that. Really appreciate that. So now whatever the fuck's going on, it could come on out. We got players that usually fight through these injuries, man. This nigga Jameis should have been on IR. Michael Thomas should have been on IR. Marshall Lattimore still out. Why is he not on IR? Why was Jarvis not on IR? They got a lot of fishy shit going on. And Dennis Allen is just a fucking puppet. This shit deeper than rap, man. Again, Andy Dalton sent it out fucking, throwing these fucking dangerous ass balls, getting my rookie hurt. Right now, I'd rather him fake a fucking injury. But I want him to win Rookie of the Year, and I know he want to play. He trying to get his, get his numbers up and everything. But he's sending my fucking rookie out there getting killed. That was a play. Kamara was in front of his face. That was an easy first down. He got fucking Chris Olave getting fucking hit up. Again, the team is bad. But, yeah, we got a lot of shady shit going on that needs to be figured out. This team is unserious. If we go another week with this man as the head coach, I want to see what lies or whatever they cook up on why Jameis Winston isn't playing. You said he was healthy enough to play. And you started Andy Dalton for football reasons. He's throwing 2 picks. The offense ain't moving the ball until it's right before the half or the end of the game. You lied, bro. And each week, you don't admit it. You backed yourself in the fucking corner with your own lies. You say you benched him for football reasons. Well, this nigga still in and he looking like ass. So now, your lies is making your judgment on talent look worse because of your lies. If you ain't lying, just say, man, look, he wasn't healthy. Well, we looking at you like, well, fuck, he only got Andy Dalton. Fuck, I'd rather see Taysom, bruh. I really would rather see Taysom. You're already paying him. Is he hurt too? He might be fucking hurt. He might be doing the same thing with him that he doing with Jameis Winston. Because how you go from the nigga having a fucking 4-touchdown game and he was offensive player of the week about a month ago until he's gone missing. Can't find him in the day with a flashlight. Nigga, we was 3-18 and we gave the ball to Alvin Kamara on the 3rd and 18. They don't know what they're doing. And again, these weekly podcasts and talks from me are mainly going to be probably about who I think did really good instead of the aspects of whatever team. We know we're not going nowhere. Our only hope is if Sean Payton comes back and we can trade him for some picks and get back up in the first round. And if we don't get in the first round, just try to find some type of young talent at quarterback. But whatever the future holds, it cannot hold Dennis Allen in this regime right now. Because I do not trust him and his coaching staff and his medical staff with any more young players who could be the future of this team. I think this is really about it. But if I just think about the guys that did good, again, I like Caden Ellis, Chris Olave. He did pretty okay today. Rashid Shaheed did okay today. We has a couple good returns. But man, Paulson Adebo, that's another one. I don't know if I could just chalk this up to him being hurt at this point, but he's still not looking too good. He's getting a lot of PI calls and shit on him. I know it's supposed to be about talking about players who did good, but I can't really think of anybody who did that good today. Caden Ellis was probably the only one that really popped out to me. And I think David Onyemata had a sack, but I feel like Caden Ellis was around a lot. So anyway, welcome to the AllfaxN.Oslack Who That Saints podcast. #Fire Dennis Allen. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day, man.